Starting this year, 2025, I just want to say that you need God in your life. You need Him. Don't start it without Him. Now, why am I saying this? You need Him to protect you. That is number one. You need His protection. Now, for some people, they think that they being careful keeps them alive. Or, when you just wake up, it's normal for you to wake up. Now, if you are careful to some extent, it protects you, it keeps you alive. But you have to understand that there are people who have been in situations that you have been in that you thought you were careful, but they died in that same situation. There are situations whereby people were just minding their own business, but then something happened to them and they are nowhere to be found today. 2025, there are a lot of people we've lost last year. Even to the last day, we lost people. So if you think that you being careful keeps you alive, you're making a mistake. You need Him. Because when you come to understand how much you control, you get to know that there are factors at play that you don't know about. There are things being done for you that you have no knowledge about. You sleep, you wake up, and you think it is normal. It isn't. There is somebody making that happen. Because there are people who have slept with good health, 100%, and they didn't wake up in the morning. So you have to understand that starting this year, you need Him to protect you. Because for me personally, I think 2 years back, I was involved in an explosion. And how it happened, the incident, how the thing happened, it has happened before. It had happened before. But then the way and manner I handled it before, if I had handled it the same way this time, I wouldn't be here. Or the injury would have been fatal. But look at me. When it happened, my face got bent, my hands, everywhere. I can't show you the images because of, for some reasons. But it was serious. But within 1 week, everything was gone. And if I don't tell you this, you will never know. So you have to understand that there are forces at play that you have no control. Mistakes people do that affect others, and they are nowhere to be found. The driver got drunk before driving and went to have an accident and killed everybody in the car. Whose problem is that? Who wasn't careful? Whose fault was that? So you have to think about all these things, scenarios where you thought you were careful, but then you weren't. But some way, somehow, you are still alive today. So understand that He is the one protecting you. He is the one making sure that whatever purpose He brought you here to serve, you will be able to do that. So acknowledge that, and as you are starting this year, start with Him. Before you touch the road, you have to sing or recite Psalm 23, like in Stonebwoy's song. You need Him. You need Him. Now, number two, you need Him for guidance. You think you can do it by yourself. You can't. There are so many forces at play, and there is so much that you can control. You need Him to guide you, because there will be a lot of options presented to you. But you need Him to guide you so that you don't waste your time. A lot of people have pursued things that weren't meant for them, and they've wasted their time. If only they had prayed and listened. If only they had prayed and listened. So, starting this year, you need Him to protect you and guide you. You need Him, because the things that are happening in this world, I'm telling you, if you knew what people are planning about your life, you'll be surprised. That the world doesn't belong to, it belongs to everyone, but someone is planning to take you out because he feels like we are too many. But then he won't kill himself. He says you should be killed to make up for space. So if you think that your works and things can protect you and guide you in this world, you're making a mistake. There are people who were just living their lives and they find themselves in situations that they had no control of. And some of them, they are dead. Some are suffering, living in captivity, oppression. There are people living in war countries that they don't even have the chance to dream. All they have to do is to survive. There is a video of kids who were asked, two different, groups. One group was, rich people's kids and all that, and the others were living in war countries. And they asked both groups what they wish for. Someone says 1 billion, those living in the, children of rich people, they said, I want 1 billion, I need an iPhone, I need this, I need that. But the children living in war countries were wishing for bread for their mom, bread for their brother, wishing their brother will be alive.
If you had one wish, what would you wish for?
For an iPhone.
To be rich.
$1 million.
$1 $1,000,000.
$100.
Billions and billions of dollars. Get a Lamborghini.
Anything can happen at any time. So you need him to guide you, for you to go to places where it will help you, so that you don't go and step in a place where you don't have to be. A lot of people, recently there is this plane crash. Imagine you were on that plane. You'll be gone by now. You will be gone by now. Then you ask yourself, was God unfair with you or unfair with them? Nobody knows. But that is why you need him to pray and ask him for guidance, to guide your steps so that you don't lose your way. You need him. And you have to understand that he brought you here. And whatever you need, he's going to give it to you. So understand that even if you need, some people are like, your destiny helper. He's going to touch someone's heart. And for me, from my experience, if you trust him, just trust him and go to work. Do your part and leave the rest to him. If you trust him, you will see results. For I am seeing it. Because there are times when you don't have money. You understand? But then you go to work, and for some reason that you've done nothing to deserve it, someone just gives you money. And you ask yourself why. And there are so many examples that I can tell you to testify to that. So this year I'll tell you, trust him. Just put your trust in him and say that I'm going to do this. Please guide me, protect me. And whatever I need, because there are things that we need that we know about, and there are things that we need that we don't know about. And there are things that we need, we think we need, but we don't. So you just tell him that whatever I need, that will be, according to his will, he should give it to you. And watch what happens. And these things are happening for people. You can sit there and believe it or not. But understand that you are here for a reason. You think that you being, you waking up, you sleeping, waking up is normal. There is nothing normal about it. You need him. Before you start, you need him. Because hindsight on our lives, hindsight on our life is a true evidence of our faith, which tells us that if you look back on your life, you can see that there was a plan here, and somebody sat down to plan your life to make it happen the way it did. Because if you sit down and look at it, looking at your past, places where people went and they would have, they died and you went there and you didn't die, and you are still here, healthy, strong. There are people in hospitals who will kill for just being normal, and let's say they can't walk, but they just want to be out of pain, but they can't. And you are here strong. You need him. Because there are places where, when you get to some point and you look back, you ask yourself, there were places where you found yourself and you said, why am I here? Why am I here? But then in the long term, in the long run, you look back and you say, hey, I needed to be in that situation. I needed to be here to learn this. So you have to understand there is someone controlling this whole thing. Trust him, pray, and then go to work. Don't sit there and pray and hope that he's going to bring something. Everything he will give you, he has put into you. But you need to pray and ask, even though he knows. He said, ask, and it shall be given unto you. Seek, and you shall find. And he is leading us to protect us and guide us. He's leading us to clear our way so that it will be easy for us. Jim Rohn said, if you are making a deal with God, give him the hard side, the hard part of the deal. Because if you have to choose between planting the seed and making the tree, which one is easier? Planting the seed. Because if you were to make the tree, do you think you could? You can't. So you have to understand that he has taken the hard part. He has given you the easy part. And he says, just do these little things. Remember me in your ways, and then call unto me, and I'm going to help you. So this year you need him, and this is what I want to share with you from the beginning of this year. We are going to grow, we are going to progress, and we need him to guide us. And I believe that, with him, all things are possible, and whatever dream that we have, we will be able to achieve it. So if you see this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment and say that amen to it, that God is going to help you, guide you and protect you, see you through this year, and whatever dreams and wishes you have, he is going to answer them for you. So if you see this, type amen in the comment section and share it with a friend. Okay, do not forget to subscribe. My name is Richard Hagoff, and thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Peace out.